morning, good morning. It is March 31st, about 7:30 a.m. Eastern. I apologize for yesterday's live stream. I didn't realize it was the volume was so low. So, okay. Had a good day yesterday. We won two trades in GJ yesterday, so that was a good day. One right in the live stream, and then I had one later on that I'll show you here. Let me just refresh everything. I took that trade about 2 o'clock Eastern yesterday. The second trade. Okay, go back to GJ here. Okay, so yeah, here we go. This was the second trade I took yesterday. So we had price consolidating here after, we after our first trade, which we took down up in here in this area. Price came down, continued coming down, ended up hitting this uh, support area that we originally had marked. Um, then it started to come up here, and as soon as it started to create this new high, so it closed out here above these other wicks. I noticed that this would have been a good opportunity to come back up. If we look on the 1 hour candle, um, a good opportunity to come up back into this area here, so around 151 600. So once this candle closed here, or near the end of this candle closing, not on this, on the half hour. Once this candle closed here, I pretty much took a buy. Actually, wasn't quite right when it closed. It was during this candle here. I took a buy, wrote it out all the way up till here. So the trade actually went to about here, which is the about 18 pips. So another really good trade. So overall, about 28 pips yesterday, which pretty happy with. That was a great trading day yesterday. So yeah, let's wipe everything out here. I like to do a fresh analysis every morning on GJ and Gold. So let's remove these here on the Ichimoku. Wow, what a climb since yesterday. Daily, well, we start on the daily. Daily looks like, we're still very bullish. We're starting to head up, probably going to continue to go up to create some newer highs here. So should be able to keep going up past this area and create new higher highs. So very bullish on this pair, especially in the last day or so. Nice bullish candle here. Down on the 4 hour, obviously very bullish as well. You can see here just continuing to climb. We had those higher highs and higher lows that we pointed out yesterday. So, yeah, just absolutely bullish on GJ. GJ is just climbing. Go down to the 1 hour. There we go, 1 hour. A lots of little supports and resistances. Price doesn't quite, keeps pulling back, coming up a little bit, pulling back, coming up, pulling back, and keep going up. So let's go down to the half hour here and see what we're working with. Okay, so on the half hour, where's my, sorry, there we go. We have this resistance that, resistance that was formed, and then we got this support here that was formed. So basically what we're looking for obviously is a buy above this area. As you can see, it's starting to climb. Once we break this area, we could probably take a buy up in, and we got to find out where our next, oh yeah, so you can see that this resistance area really lines up with our existing resistance area. So now we're looking for the next resistance that we could take a trade to. Might have to go to the daily to go that far back. These are some here we go. So on the 4 hour, it'd be up here. I like to look on the 1 hour. Uh-oh. I gotta go back again. I don't know why when I switch time frames, it doesn't stay on the same date when I go back. Kind of a little bit of a glitch on TradingView, I think. Come on. This is how far back we have to go in order to even see wow, and it's being really slow. I apologize, guys. It is not loading what I'm looking for here. All right, let's go back to the 4 hour. Okay, here we go. So we're looking for May of 2018. On the 4 hour, I guess I'll just mark it out here. On the 4 hour, we've got this resistance here. You can see this little green dot in this area. That's the price right now. And then we've got pretty much that resistance, and then the next resistance would be about here. So I guess we'll work off that, since I can't really get to this area in the 1 hour for some reason. All right. So that's the areas we're looking for. If we just come back to price today, all right, there you go. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, we're looking to come up to 152, 650. That's about 11 pip range. Not great. Not a great area, but we could probably carry this up if I wanted to kind of swing trade this one and go into 20 to the 152.900 area, or 900, and catch about 20 pips. So might do that. But again, we're just waiting for that break above this 150, 500 or so. So I'll set my alert right about here and wait for that to break. Perfect. Now let's quickly have a look at gold. Didn't take any trades yesterday. I mean, still super rangy. I don't like to take trades with gold if it's this rangy, but let's have a look at, let's do a fresh analysis here. So starting on the daily, we can see that gold is, we're reaching this previous support area here. So I think what gold's going to do is it's going to bounce off this area and then probably come up again. So we've kind of got this double bottom happening. So I can see price coming back up, maybe to test this previous resistance, or even continue on. But of course, that's just speculation. I mean, gold can just continue to drop, so you never know. Four-hour, you can kind of see the double bottom here that we were speaking of. Consolidating right now. So on the 1 hour, this is where we have pretty strong resistance here. We've got our pretty strong support here. I could even bring this back to this area here. We've tested it down here and tested it a bunch of times here. Half hour, we've kind of built a support there. We've got a previous resistance up in this area. So if we were to break below here, we could take, we've got about a 40-something pip range. So still got my alert from yesterday. So if we break this area, we're looking for buys. Set my alert for here. If we break this support, we're going to take a sell. Take a sell down into this area. So that could be a very nice trade. Break above here could be a very nice trade going up. So that's GJ and Gold. Let's have a look at some of our other pairs here. Back on the 1 hour. Let's do a fresh analysis on USD JPY. Very bullish, as we said yesterday. On the daily, continuing to climb. 4 hour, we've had this bit of a pullback, and looks like we're starting to climb again. So we've got resistance here. created a support down here. So we're in this range, which is about a 30 pip range. But we're looking for sales above or below this range. Oops. Let's get rid of this alert here. Okay, here we go. Some previous highs here. So you can see prices. It might be hard to see on your screen, but price is at 110.720 about right here. And we've got a pretty strong resistance area right here. You can see we've tapped it a bunch of times back in March of 2020. So for us, a trade above here would give us about a 40 pip profit, which would be a nice trade. Price breaks below. We're looking to come down back to this previous resistance or support, so that would be about a 15 pip, 16 pip trade. So we'll set our alerts. There we go. Both of our alerts set. And let's have a look at some other pairs, see if there's anything interesting. GBP AUD, very rangy. Okay, Euro JPY. Actually, let's have a look at the news today. Very important. So GBP had some news last night, some final GDP numbers, very positive, higher than projected. And that's probably the reason for the big climb here in GJ last night. So, continuing bullish. Oh, USD. It's got some big news. EDP non-farm employment change. So that's coming up here in about 25 minutes. And then some other news here at about 8 a.m. my time, so 9 and 9:30 Eastern for USD. So definitely got to keep an eye out for USD today. Now we wait. Wait for price to do what we want it to do.
TrueTrade, the world's first institutional-grade automated trading software engineered for the retail trader. Take advantage of any market condition with pinpoint accuracy. Execute trades with precision. Minimize risk by drastically reducing slippage. We spent thousands of hours backtesting, research, and development, including months of forward testing dozens of instruments and bar sizes. TrueTrade is the most advanced retail automated software of its kind to provide traders with the most sophisticated retail trading platform known to the retail market today. TrueTrade
or not, like when I had my $200 account and I lost my first trade there, I lost maybe like $5. That hurt me. You know, me losing $5, I was like, wow, I lost money over here. You know, so whether it's a big account, small account, losing money still hurts. You know, so and that's how you build your, like, you know, emotional resilience against money, especially when you're trading, because, you know, you're putting money at risk in the hopes of making more money. But when you start to compound it, like, you know, or when you start to take trades over trades over trades, then that's a situation where you don't want to be in any longer. I make an experiment last month. I separate my two accounts. One just withdraw profits, one to compound it, and result is taking profit way more better than the other one. Oh, nice. Yeah, taking profits along the way is much, much better. Controller FX has a standing desk now, like you, and he eats 3 strawberries a day too. Man, that guy copies everything that I do. Everything, without shame. You know, sometimes you're ashamed of copying things and doing things. This guy, there's no shame in this guy. There's no shame at all. Probably he's too young right now, but there's no shame. It's amazing.
Don't hate the play, hate the game.
Man, just insane. Every little detail copied. Candles to analysis to pip, everything, even videos. Soon he's gonna get a hair transplant too if he loses his hair. Damn.
Mango juice is coming, hair transplant is coming.
Yeah.
Holy.
It's like that scene from Borat. You got the proper dodge and he gets the little one. And we all know that's for little girls.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's crazy. He's a good trader, though. Like, I've seen his results. He trades okay. But the copying thing has to stop. See, if you want to grow in any business, you have to make your own route. That's what I've seen. You have to do something that other people are not doing. You know, that's how you're going to grow, because you're going to be different. It's going to be new. It's going to be innovative. It's just like when people go buy properties, you know, there's a whole bunch that goes and buys properties where everyone wants to buy. And there's a bunch who goes to buy properties where no one wants to buy. You know, so I have the mindset where I'm going to go where no one wants to buy, because that's not emerging yet, and sooner or later it's going to emerge. So yeah. How to manage $100 account, risk and winning. Please tell, it will help many new trader. How to manage $100 account. I think you need to focus on, I don't know, like if you have a smaller account, I think you can use your smaller account to gain some sort of consistency, right? You have a small account, $100 account, $200 account. You can start to trade for about, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, and start to see how consistent you are on that smaller account. Because the more consistent you get on the small account, then down the road, you can look back and say, okay, like, you know what, I've been trading this $200 account and, I've been making consistent wins. Maybe this is the point where I can deposit more money. It's like, going to a funding account company where you trade your own account, right? And if you're good at it, then you're like, okay, you know what? Let me step it up a little bit and let me go to these funding companies and get a bigger account so I can get bigger returns down the road. So use small accounts for your consistency and then start to add more money down the road.
Hey, Raja, I just want to get back to the controller FX dude there. I've never heard of him. I just checked it out real quick. And was he a student of yours?
Yes.
Wow. You got to get that stuff copyrighted.
People thinking too much about the money. Don't matter what size you have. Managing risk is managing risk. Yes. I think if you can really, really be good at managing risk, trading becomes really enjoyable. Because like most times when we come to trading, all we know about is like trying to make money, trying to like compound accounts and stuff like that. But instead of focusing on compounding accounts, I know that's important because at the end of the day you want to make money. I think most important thing is also to really learn to manage risk, because the more you can get involved in managing risk, the more you can start enjoying managing risk. Your losses are going to eventually start to become smaller and smaller. I mean, like, you see some guys on Instagram where they have smaller losses, and that's why they have smaller losses, because they're really managing risk. You got to really enjoy managing risk. And that's something I really enjoy at the same time. When price goes against me, I know I can manage risk. I know I can close my trade in a lower loss than I planned, and that keeps you in the game for a long amount of time. Let's see here. When do you see yourself trading 100 lots? I don't know. Never really thought about that. Never really thought about that. For now, I'm trying to push a barrier, beyond 20 and 25. But we'll see how that goes. 100 lots is a lot. People don't understand how big 100 lots are. They're a lot. You put 100 lot, price moves 10 pips, that's 10,000. That's...
Hourly candle's about to close on pound. Let's see how we get the closing.
Yeah.
1 hour. We get to this point, it starts to really get delayed.
Let's take a look at this GN idea over here. Buys above this area makes perfect sense. Sells below this area also makes sense. I think you may be able to be careful about this rejection here, but I think buys look much better because you got cleaner range.
March 2018.
Alright, look at that. Close bullish, but below this resistance on the 15-minute time frame. Looking at the 30-minute time frame. I would say maybe if we break the high at this point on the 30-minute, we could continue up.
Yeah, as I mentioned at the beginning here.
Yeah.
Yesterday was about a,
But it's
about a $400 day.
it's in the first... I mean, if it breaks the high in the first 5 minutes, I'm going to be very careful about that. I wouldn't want to execute in the first 5 minutes as it break the high.
So basically 20 pips to the low of the hourly candle. Based on the lower time frames, how big can be the pullback on the hourly candle? Can easily have a pullback to over 152 400.
Yeah, so we can't even load.
I know.
Delicate situation.
We've broken the high over here, but I don't like it because we're breaking the high in the first minute, and generally that means that there's a possibility we can make a lower wick.
152 552 was rejected twice on March 18th. I kind of have my eyes set on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very odd. Let's see if we can change.
Everything else is just ranging over here. That's what I said, but you said I should have entered when I sent the chart. Oh, I forgot what that chart was.
That's a lot easier.
Also, we got news in about 13 minutes. So I think it's going to be better to wait for the news to come out. But what I'm also thinking is, like, there are a lot of thoughts that go through my mind. What I'm also thinking is that we made a high over here, kind of like retraced, and there's a possibility that the candle can move up without making a top wick. So if it breaks its own high now here again, could that be a continuation of price moving up?
Okay, so it changed.
If it breaks
Yeah,
its own high.
5 year.
Yeah. And with the break to the upside, you can easily get 20 pips on that move with this 15-minute candle.
Yeah. You have like a 8, like 9, 10 pip stop back in this range. Anticipating, let's say anticipate 152, like 620, 640.
Yeah.
Why don't you look for sells in higher zones rather than lower zones that could potentially make you miss trades? Because, it's really important to follow the trend. If we're at a higher zone, you can't really sell when candles are moving up, right? So we'll see how this plays out over here. I'm not in this trade, I'm just watching it.
Okay.
Plus we got ADP here too.
What that's looking like is
ADP is coming in. See how pound USD is ranging? Because we got ADP coming in.
15 pip stop loss below this previous candle.
Is it possible to trade GJ in different sessions?
For this area.
I have the option to trade multiple times during the day and follow at least 2 or 3 high volume sessions. I think it's much important to focus on just one session. Even if you have time to follow different sessions, it's really important to just focus on one session and just that. Why are you not in this trade? Because it's risky. I don't like it. It's the end of the month. We got ADP in about 7 minutes. No, 11 minutes. So for that reason, I'm not going to participate in this trade. So this is something I'm just gonna, like, spectate. If it works out, perfect. If it doesn't work out, whatever,
20% ride to see if
Um,
can reach this.
yeah, so for that reason, I'm not executing on this trade at all.
But we are in a trade.
Like, it's okay to miss trades at times. Some people think, oh, I can't miss trade. It's perfectly fine to miss trades. Don't be afraid to miss trades, because when you miss trades, that's an opportunity for you to learn. Or you can miss trade and say, oh, you know what? I expected that to happen and it happened. I missed this trade. This opportunity is going to come back again. And when that opportunity comes back again, then you're like, okay, you know what? I saw that happen before and now I'm going to execute on this. And someone can ask you, oh, but bro, but this happened, but that happened. But then you can say, yeah, exactly. And I saw this happen before. That's why I'm executing on it.
I might even bring my
How did you not sell GJ when the candle closed bearish at 4 a.m.? Because I was sleeping.
half-hour candle.
That's why I didn't enter sell, because I was asleep. All right, gold is also coming close over here to support 1683, 1687. Let's lower this zone down over here on the 15-minute time frame. All right.
Now price starts to
Are you going to trade on ADP? No.
here below
Just
there.
spectating GJ over here. I noticed that most traders who trade live on YouTube focus on GJ pair. Is there a reason? I don't know. I think when we started the live streams, everyone saw our live streams, and I think they learned a lot from the live streams. And I think they focus on GJ because I think it's a herd mentality, not in a bad way, but it's like, something that seems easy. That's where people gravitate towards too. So I don't know. I mean, I just trade GJ, so I think that's where people got influenced to trade pound yen a lot. Any trades taken today? No, no trade taken today. Wow, look at that. Rejection, rejecting. We got ADP coming in too. Gotta wait for that news to come in. It's a red folder news. We got high impact. Again, high impact news coming in about 9 minutes. High impact news coming in. 9 minutes. Can you explain the fact of price breaking the high on the first minute? Yeah, it becomes very risky at that point if it breaks the high in the first minute, because then it can come down to make a lower wick. Right? So if it's coming down, maybe it's coming down to make a lower wick to possibly continue up, but we're going to see what happens with the news. Because look, if the news comes out positive, if it's a positive news, what does that mean for the US dollar? For the US dollar, that means that's strong, right? And in the meantime, if that's good for the US dollar, what does that mean for the yen? Even though the yen is closed, what would that do to the yen? It will make the yen weaker, right? If the yen is weakened, with the strong USD news, then pound yen should continue moving bullish. GJ will sell if pound gets strong. Oh, I don't think so. If dollar gets strong. No, if dollar gets strong, then yen gets weak. And if yen gets weak, then pound yen goes up. I mean, that's the anticipation, right? Other than that, anything can happen. Let's see. Let's see what happens with the news. Just ordered Magic Keys version 2.0, super stoked. Oh, thank you, thank you. For everyone who ordered, we really appreciate it. We're having a little, our suppliers are having chip shortages in China. They're having chip shortages, those same chips with cars, electronics, everything. Let's see here. At the moment price breaks 15. Okay, so normally if this was NFP, I'd be looking at buy stops above the high of the 15-minute candle and sell stops below the low of the 15-minute candle. So probably sell stops I'd be looking at 1682 and buy stops probably at like 1687 for either price to break up or to break down. We got 5 minutes left. Is it possible to manage risk without magic keys? Yes. Exactly. Some people are asking what are magic keys. Let me put that up here on the screen for you for the gulag. Why are you not taking the trade at ADP? Because it's the news, man. We don't trade the news. Why
Hey, Raja.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah, just look in the ADP. So they're expecting like great results compared to the previous. Am I right? So that's good for the American dollar.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We got 4.5 minutes left. What's your opinion on funding companies? Like, do you think it's risky or what?
So you took a sell.
I think they're not risky. They're pretty good. I mean, I think these funding companies, they're for people who are consistent on their smaller accounts, you know, and then you're looking for a little bit of a leverage. That's what it's good for. I think they're marketed in a way towards new traders to kind of like, you know, push buttons on their greed that, hey, if you want to trade with a bigger account, come over here. But if you don't have any experience in making consistent profits or growing your account consistently, then trading on a funding company is going to get pretty hard, right? Because think about this, you're moving from a $500 account to a $100,000 account or a $50,000 account when you've never really seen that money in real life. And when you go in drawdowns, your drawdowns are like, you know, $800 drawdown, $1,000 drawdown. So that affects you mentally a little bit. You know, so I think a very, very good idea would be to start with a smaller account, get consistent so that you can kind of understand that the outcome is just based on where price is moving. It's not about the monetary outcome. It's about whether your analysis is right or not. And once you truly understand that at the end of the day, it's all about your analysis, if it's a big account, a small account, it doesn't really matter. You know, because for you, it's just the move that's going to happen and the risk you're taking on that move.
Looking for price to come up.
Why did you say that yen becomes weak and not the pound becomes weak? Because ADP has nothing to do with the pound. US news has nothing to do with the pound. You know, you may see pound yen move because, you know, USD affects yen, and you may see GU move because GU has USD in it. Will the old Magic Keys hardware be obsolete? No, you can still use it. Just like, you know, when you have your iPhone 11 and iPhone 12 comes out, you can still use your iPhone 11. But the difference is that we don't slow down the devices. You know, when the new phones come out, older phones, they just get slow.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they don't work.
Yeah, all of a sudden it stopped working. What package do you have with TradingView? I actually got their Black Friday package they had. I think it was like $50 for the whole year. So that's what I had. All right. We got a minute left over here. Looks like pound yen is on its way at this point. 15-minute candle is about to close. This is good because if this 15-minute candle closes bullish and the next one breaks the high, man, we're on our way up here on pound yen.
Yeah, man. I think even impulsive buys is gonna will work on pound.
Yeah. Come up now, GJ.
All right. Gold is at this point. GU is ranging. Interesting.
Okay, we got that news here in about 1 minute. So
We have 2 minutes left. So the important thing, only the only thing that may happen on pound is this 15-minute candle create a new high, and the next one with the news coming down and closing back in this range, and then it's becoming a fake out. Other than that, this candle already did the retest that we wanted. So this one closing outside this nasty resistance can easily drive price toward the next quarter point. I mean, to the 700, let's say 700.
Yeah.
We have like 15 pips above that area.
Are you taking this trade? No, I'm not taking any trades today. After the stream, oh wow, look at that. Oh, rejection.
Yep.
All right, let's see if gold is going to break this candle's high or the low to continue bullish or bearish.
trade here since we've kind of reversed.
ADP normally doesn't have that big of a move. Oh yeah, no buys for pound at all. Pound yen, nothing. Let's see what the numbers were here. Ooh, 517. Oh, worse than expected, but not that bad. Gold is still in the range, 1688. Pound yen is still in this area over here, just ranging. Yeah.
Looks like we got stuff right there.
Just ranging.
So
I hope no one took buys on pound yen.
above here.
I really hope no one did that.
We got faked out. That's all right. We'll look for another opportunity. Let's go look at the news.
What is Magic Keys? Magic Keys is a handheld device to manage risk. There's a website on your screen there on YouTube. You can see that. So this is what it is. This is a new version right here.
The opposite of the US.
You can close all, close half, close custom. I mean, I really like it. I really, really, really like it. From the first day I used it, I still use it today.
Let's see how far it goes.
What about EU? I'm in long right now. Bicep.
GJ, we're gonna take another
All right,
buy
let's take a look over here.
if we come up.
EU, Euro USD.
Set my alerts.
Oh wow, 4 hours bearish, 1 hour is bearish, rejecting some sort of support down over here. Looking at 30-minute time frame, we're bearish, 15-minute bearish. Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's going to be difficult. Maybe above this area, you can look for longs, but there's also like 8-9 pips. Pretty difficult at that point.
When looking at EU, Raja, does the ADP affect that at all?
Yeah, it's USD, right? So it does affect it, but like ADP normally doesn't have that much big of a volume.
Okay, so when they put the envelope or the folder in red on the calendar, I guess when they say high impact, it doesn't really mean squat, right?
Yeah, that's what I've seen over a number of years. That ADP just doesn't really affect price as much at all. Like you can look at gold, nothing really happened. It's still ranging here. Your USD is also ranging here.
Yeah.
You got pound.
Mr. Raj, sorry, Mr. Raj and team, I am going to head out. Take care, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Be good, Kerwin.
Yeah,
All right, man. Take care.
Take care, Kerwin. Peace out.
Okay, my brother. Peace out, my brother.
Let's see here. With the shortage, how long you think will take for the new pre-orders to get fulfilled? Probably we're looking at shipping around second week of April. That's what we're looking at. Second week of April. For Magic Keys, what's the new version? Have the old one doesn't? It's just, it doesn't need any batteries. It comes with a USB cable. You can charge it, and that's, yeah, doesn't need any batteries. Better design, more sleek, kind of like looks like an iPhone. Second week is next week or the week after? Second week of April is after the first week of April. So the first week has 7 days in April. So the second set of 7 days in April is the second week of April. Soon Raja needs a wide camera to fit his shoulders. Yeah, man, I've been going to the gym every day. What about EU? Euro USD? Your USD is obviously ranging at this point. Nothing so far. Since 6:30 a.m., nothing really happened here so far. Nothing. No moves. No volume. Nothing at all.
We've got the USD JPY we're looking at. These are the Euro JPY. We've got some moves. We're waiting for. So, yeah, we'll be back on tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching. And yeah, if you guys like the stream, please make sure you hit that thumbs up.
All right. Hey, why do you only trade GJ? Any thoughts on other pairs? The reason why I focus on GJ is because I've been focusing on this for a long time, and I feel very, very comfortable with trading pound yen. And also, one thing we have to understand is that if you're focusing on one pair, you have to realize that every pair has its own personality in different sessions, right? If you look at pound yen in the Asian session, it's going to move differently in that session. Same thing in London session, because in London